everybody, welcome to Miss Becky's story. Today I'll be reading a story called Penguins Can't Fly. There were two little penguin chicks. Their eggs had hatched on the same day, and they knew each other's names. Their names were Quentin and Billy. When they were baby chicks, they played together. They played peekaboo and called each other silly names like Tintin and Chilly Billy. You see the baby penguins? As young chicks, they grew up and their games changed. Billy liked playing hide and seek. Quentin liked building ice bricks, but it was too dull for Billy. They did, however, make a den together. You see, the two little penguins were quite different. Quentin liked knowing things like all the fish were called, how many different types of snow there were, and best of all, how many stars were there and how far away were they. Billy loved doing things like skating down the slopes, hurling snowballs, and doing belly flips along the ice. In fact, Billy was always getting in trouble. So there's Quentin right here learning about stuff, and here's Billy. There was especially true at school. You see, Billy just couldn't sit still. He tried to be good, but always ended up getting in trouble. "Sit still, Billy," said his teacher. "How are you ever going to look after an egg when you're older if you can't learn to sit still?" One particular morning, Billy fidgeted so much that the teacher again scolded him. You see all the penguins? They're learning at school. At lunchtime, Quentin couldn't find Billy, so he ate lunch alone. He was gazing at the clouds when some seagulls passed by. "Hello," squawked one gull. "What are you looking at?" "I am looking at the clouds," replied Quentin. "I think we're in for a snowstorm." "A snowstorm?" squawked the gulls. "Yes, it is not good weather for birds." "How would you know?" asked the other gull. "You're not a real bird." "I am a real bird," said Quentin. "I have feathers and a beak, and I hatch from an egg." "Ah," squawked the gull, "but you can't fly, can you?" Before Quentin could think of a reply, the gulls had swooped down and stolen his lunch. You see that? Look at the seagulls. They're making fun of Quentin. That night, Quentin couldn't sleep. He would sit on his favorite rock and gaze up at the sky. Through a tiny gap in the clouds, he could see stars twinkling. "I'll never be able to reach you," he told the stars, "because I'm a bird, but I can't fly." Then he heard the sound of pebbles being thrown into the water. "Who's there?" asked Quentin. "It's me," Billy replied. "Oh, you couldn't sleep either?" asked Quentin. "I'm going away," said Billy. "I'm fed up with getting in trouble." "I wouldn't do that if I were you," Quentin said. "I think we're in for a snowstorm." But there was no reply. Billy was gone. Quentin was right. The next day there was the most terrific snowstorm. You could barely see your flippers in front of your eyes. Everyone huddled together for warmth. All day the wind howled and the snow fell. That evening, Quentin heard a voice calling, "Billy! Billy!" It was Billy's mom. "Have you seen Billy?" No one knew where he could be except for Quentin. You see? Look at that. Look at all that snow. And they're all huddling up together. Quentin set off right away. It was dark, but Quentin found his way by looking at the stars. At last he came to the den that he and Billy had been built when they were chicks. "Billy, are you there?" asked Quentin. "Yes," shivered Billy. "Your mom is worried about you," said Quentin. "Is she home?" asked Billy. "Okay, I'll come home." The two friends walked home together. You were right about the snowstorm, said Billy. Quentin told Billy about the gulls. Of course we're real birds, said Billy. We just swim instead of fly. I'm not sure I'll be able to swim, said Quentin. Wait until we start swim lessons, said Billy. It's gonna be so great. You see them walking in the snow with the stars? One has a mohawk. You see that mohawk? Quentin didn't have to wait very long. That week at school, they practiced lining up, hopping, skimming, and twisting on the ice. Billy had a great time and didn't get into trouble once. In fact, the teacher said, "Well done, Billy," several times. When it was time to take their first dive, Quentin wasn't looking forward to it. "Don't worry," said Billy. "It's gonna be great." Billy leaped into the water, making a huge splash. Quentin stood at the edge of the rock and gazed into the water. Just then, Billy shot back out of the water into the ice. "Wow, Tintin," he said. "You won't believe the amazing fish and weird stuff that is down here." "Really?" asked Quentin. "Yes. I don't know any of these names," said Billy. "But you will." "Oh, I don't think I can," started Quentin. But it was too late. Billy took a hold of his flipper, and together they splashed into the sea. And Billy was right. What an amazing sight. You see all the fish? The end. So that's the end of my story. I hope everybody's, again, safe. And I hope everybody's healthy. And I miss everybody. And I hope to see everybody soon. Take care. Have a good day.